Now that Senator Tommy Tuberville has made it official, he's running for governor. The question now is who will replace him as U.S. Senator. One person's already officially thrown his name in for consideration. He's a former Navy SEAL and the founder of Covenant Rescue Group. Jared Hudson, the first of what will be many joining us to talk about their candidacy, joins us now. First of all, thank you for your service.
Hey, thanks for having me here, Mike.
Absolutely. All right, first of all, your reaction to Senator Tuberville announcing he's running for governor.
Well, I mean, yesterday I got a text. I think everybody knew it was coming, but yesterday I got a text from a buddy in Indiana, of all places, said, hey, your boy Coach Tuberville's running for governor. You ought to listen to it. So I listened to it, and I think it's great. I think he'll do a great job. I wish him the best, and I think he's gonna be able to toe a line for the state of Alabama, just like he's toed in Washington, D.C.
All right, now what do you believe are your qualifications, though, to run for one of the seats of one of our senators?
Yeah, absolutely. So first and foremost, I'm an American citizen. I'm a patriot, a believer, and I believe that as a mouthpiece for the people, the preamble to the Constitution says we the people, right? It's the voter, it's the people that are watching us right now on this show. They elect me as their mouthpiece to go to Washington, D.C. and bring the needs of Alabama to Washington, D.C. and not Washington, D.C. back to Alabama. So that would be the first thing. The second thing is I'm a combat veteran. I've actually gone overseas and fought war on behalf of this nation, so I know what it means to send men and women to go overseas and fight and die. And oftentimes we find ourselves in wars we don't need to be in, so I believe my military service is also a qualifying factor. And then the final thing would be my business. I run a small business and I run a nonprofit. I have an MBA, and those things, running a small business and knowing what everyday Alabamians deal with budgets and everything, that qualifies me as well.
So what would be your priorities for your platform?
Yeah, so I would say the first priority I have, and anybody who knows me or has seen anything that I do, I'm a born-again believer in the person of Jesus Christ. I proclaim him everywhere that I go. So they need a lot of Jesus in Washington, D.C., and I would most certainly bring that there. But other than that, I would say everyday Alabamians need their voice heard at the Capitol, and not the other way around. They don't need the Capitol heard taught toward everyday Alabamians.
Obviously, you would have to represent everyone from Alabama who may not believe in the way that you do. How would you rally and try to get their support as well in terms of the things you will actually try to run on, policies?
Absolutely. So in rallying, one, as a Christian, even if you don't believe what I believe, I think the principles of Christ, love the Lord God with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength, love your neighbor as yourself, on these two things all the law hinges. I elevate something over me. I'm not the most important. I am your mouthpiece. I'm your elected mouthpiece. And then I love you as myself, which means I bring the concerns, I bring the needs of everyday Alabamians, of Americans, to the Capitol, where these things are oftentimes decided. And I would say over the last 4 years of a Biden administration, and even previous to that, we've had people feeling like their voice is not heard, and my goal would be to go to Washington, D.C. and make their voice heard.
Would you be a voting company line guy, whatever the party says?
No, I'm not a go along to get along sort of guy. I will be honest with you. I believe the Republican Party, I believe the Trump administration are doing a great job of upholding our Constitution. With that being said, I'm not a go along to get along guy. We support the Constitution of the United States of America, and the voters that elect you as the mouthpiece to be their representation in Washington, D.C.
All right, I think we're out of time, but I was going to mention your nonprofit. Jared, you started that after seeing some things in Africa and being inspired in Africa. And just tell us quickly what your nonprofit does.
Quickly, we started in 2018. In 2019, we got our 501c3 status. We primarily work here stateside to train law enforcement how to target people who are buying and selling kids.
All right. Well, that is Jared Hudson. He is the first so far to put his name in the running as a possible replacement for Senator Tuberville of Alabama, who's now announced he is officially running for governor of Alabama. Jared, thank you.
Hey, thank you, brother.